She handles the pressure. She handles all of the media spotlight, the attention, one another. Something happens and it's honestly never good. It's never good. And of course, the biggest story of the night, Caitlin Clark is somebody, she hides it really well. And I don't know if hiding it or she handles it is probably the right thing to say. And it was either the pain of it. It was either like, here we go again. It was frustration. I'm not sure exactly. We probably won't get many details about the injury.
Caitlin Clark, the WNBA's brightest star, was just left in tears during a game, and not because of the score. Reports of a groin injury, brutal targeted plays, and an alarming clash with a referee have fans questioning, is the league failing to protect its biggest asset? This might actually push her to leave the WNBA entirely. Want to know what really happened? Stay tuned. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
And then when she is running back on the other end of the court, it seems like she's grabbing her groin area. Now, it also seems like she's grabbing her right groin area, and the expectations of how she performs on the court, the expectations of the ratings for her games. So as you guys can see here, she is dribbling down, she plants her foot, she passes the ball to Kelsey Mitchell on the back door. Cry on the court, except when she lost the national championship game. She keeps it together no matter what is happening. But you could just tell that something happened on that play.
Imagine this. Caitlin Clark sprawled on the court, clutching her groin in clear agony. A player known for her grit and relentless style, suddenly held back by pain so intense her face gave everything away. For the Iowa standout who's carved out her place among basketball's elite, this wasn't just an injury. It was a signal that something's broken in the WNBA, and it's not just her health. This happened during a pivotal matchup that should have been another highlight in Clark's career. Instead, it became a nightmare. Early in the game, observers noted her visibly wincing after hard drives to the basket. By the second quarter, things worsened. A shocking knee to the groin from JCS Sheldon went unchecked, with referees choosing silence over safety. Clark tried to push through it, refusing to back down. But by the fourth quarter, every move looked labored, and her usual confidence was replaced by grimaces. Just picture the sight. Proving her toughness wasn't enough this time. And here's the thing. This wasn't some one-off moment of intensity. Stars like Clark are increasingly being forced into survival mode in a league that's turning physicality into a norm. Look at how Sophie Cunningham's slap to the neck went uncalled, or when Tina Charles clocked Aaliyah Boston with her forearm, brushing it off as just basketball. The pattern couldn't be clearer. High-profile players are being targeted, and the referees? They're letting it slide. It's hard not to wonder what message this sends to players, not to mention fans. Studies even back this up. When athletes endure games that tolerate unchecked fouls, not only do they face longer-term health consequences, but the league itself starts losing credibility.
The video of her basically crying on the court to be circulated around, but she walks down to the end of the court. You can tell that she's in pain. You can tell that there's something wrong. But it was honestly just so heartbreaking to see, because in that moment she just looked so defeated. And groin injury was supposedly on the left side. But this was honestly, I'm not going to share this whole clip because I don't know how much she wants to.
For Clark, it's not just about recovery. It's about wondering how much more this culture could take from her. The fact she broke down in tears may shock those familiar with her toughness. This is someone who plays through fouls, relishes big moments, and never looks rattled. If her reaction doesn't make people stop and think, what will? So where are the coaches pulling her out after such a hit? The officials demanding better? The silence surrounding these moments is as loud as it is unnerving. For players like Clark, it's clear. This isn't just about one injury. It's about everything the league might lose if something doesn't change. And that leads us to what happened next. You know what's crazier? As if Caitlin Clark's groin injury wasn't enough, she then got into a heated confrontation with referee number 39. It all unfolded right in front of fans, leaving people stunned at what they were seeing. Clark, known for her icy composure and calculated approach to the game, looked visibly upset as she walked straight toward the official. Her frustration? Absolutely undeniable. So, what set her off? According to reports, it wasn't just a bad call or missed whistle, though there were plenty of those to go around. It was an alleged comment made by the referee.
Is the story that Caitlin Clark seems to have re-injured her groin. So I'm just going to show you guys the clip. She is fighting back tears and she walks straight over to the bench. Now, when she goes over to the bench, she starts crying, and I've honestly never seen Caitlin Clark. She goes to the, what's it called, like stanchion or whatever, the thing that holds up the basketball hoop on the other end. She hits her head on it.
Now, the exact words haven't been revealed, but whatever was said clearly crossed a line. Clark snapped, raising her voice and gesturing emphatically while pointing toward the court. For someone who rarely loses their cool, the moment felt less like an outburst and more like a breaking point. And it's tough to say it wasn't deserved. The WNBA has been remarkably quiet when it comes to officiating accountability, creating a culture where referees feel untouchable. Think about it. Other leagues publicly review controversial calls, suspend officials, or at the very least, address complaints. But here, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert has flat out refused to publicly acknowledge any officiating issues. When referees make mistakes, it's like nothing ever happened. Practically untouchable, as one source put it. Then there's the Indiana Fever coaching staff. Here's Caitlin, clearly rattled after this exchange and still trying to carry her team, but head coach Christy sides? Nothing. No timeout to calm her star, no argument with the ref, no show of support. Compare that with coaches like Becky Hammon, who would never let something like that slide, and you start to see why fans feel frustrated on Clark's behalf. It raises a big question. Is the WNBA protecting referees at the expense of its players? If nothing else, this moment proved it's not just about bad calls or even safety. It's about respect for players, for fans, and for the future of the league. Caitlin Clark isn't just a star, she's the entire future blueprint for the WNBA. Her ability to electrify arenas, drive TV ratings through the roof, and sell out merchandise makes her impact impossible to ignore. But here's the issue. Without protecting players like her, the league risks its own growth. Fans aren't staying silent either. Some are so frustrated they've started reselling their all-star tickets, a clear sign that trust is eroding. So, what happens next? The WNBA's next move could shape its legacy forever. Will they protect the players at all costs? Let us know what you think below.